Now tonight we're on standby for Cyclone Alfred to hit in the next 24 hours. Millions of families in South East Queensland and northern New South Wales are anxiously waiting for the once-in-half-a-century cyclone to make landfall overnight Friday. Meteorologists say this will be the worst storm in 70 years, and defence and rescue vehicles are on standby.
2,000 SES volunteers in the Northern Rivers, 200 essential energy electricians and linesmen who are ready to reconnect power, massive resources from fire and rescue, the Australian Defence Force on site.
The Bureau of Meteorology say winds are already high tonight with large swells and powerful waves, some as high as 12 metres. There's also predicted to be in total over 800 millimetres of rainfall, and this could lead to both flash and riverine flooding, and both of which could be life-threatening.
I've just been briefed that overnight there was a wave recorded off the Gold Coast, off Main Beach, of 12.3 metres. Now, we've never seen a wave that large.
This could mean totals of over 800 millimetres for this event. In terms of flooding, that rainfall is expected to produce both flash and riverine flooding, and both of these types of flooding can be life-threatening.
And speaking of flooding, we're already seeing videos like this.
Ah! What the ah! Holy
Now, the cyclone was originally meant to make landfall overnight tonight, but its movement has slowed and it's now set to hit the coastline overnight tomorrow. Our Sky News meteorologists were ahead of the game. If you were watching last night, you would have seen Rob Sharp tell us on air that the cyclone would arrive 24 hours later than forecast, and now that's what the Bureau is saying officially as well. Its movement has been described as erratic, and here's where it's expected to first hit Australian shores between Noosa and Coolangatta in the early hours of Saturday morning. After that, its current trajectory shows it moving west after it did stall this morning. Now, while the cyclone movement has slowed, this doesn't affect its impact, and it could even mean that the impact would intensify. We just don't know for certain yet. The wind speeds are expected to reach highs of 150 kilometres an hour for gusts of wind and 95 kilometres per hour at the centre of the cyclone. The entire city of Brisbane and much of southern eastern Queensland and northern New South Wales is basically now in lockdown, with families told to stay indoors. Supermarket shelves have been stripped bare as residents stock up ahead of the storm, with predictions that power and even running water could be cut off. There are an estimated 4.5 million people potentially in Cyclone Alfred's path, and all flights in and out of Brisbane have now been cancelled. 5,000 homes on the Gold Coast lost power this morning, and 10,000 homes across the Northern Rivers region are without power. Now, we're going to cross live to our reporters on the ground and get the latest from meteorologists about how Alfred is tracking in a moment.